Christmas, everybody, and welcome to Key Travels. As you can see, I am Mrs. Claus. Amber Key is not here today. She asked me to come here and to talk to you because she wanted to tell you all about the different parks that are here for SeaWorld and Six Flags that are here. Now, she did a video earlier where it was which park is better? Halloween edition. Now, Mrs. Claus is not a big fan of Halloween because Halloween is so scary. So I do not like to have Halloween. I am not that. However, for today's video, it is which park is better, SeaWorld or Six Flags Christmas edition. And I do love Christmas. After all, I live up in the North Pole where we have Christmas all year round, except we have snow. We have so much snow up in the North Pole. We're here in San Antonio. There's no snow at all. It is so warm. Being here in San Antonio is like being on vacation, and I just love it so much. And of course, the parks here are so beautiful. They remind me so much of being at home. Now, of course, Mrs. Claus, she cannot choose and have a favorite between the two parks because both of them are just so wonderful for Christmas. But Amber, however, she has come up with a scoring system so that she can let you know which park is better for Christmas. Because if you can come here and you can only go to one park while you are here, this will help you decide on which park you think is better or which one she thinks is better for you to go to while you are here. Now, she has come up with a scoring system, so these points will be given out. So you will have the entrance. She will be telling you about the entrance of both parks, and she will be giving you a score on them. The decorations, the lights, the shows, the characters that you can see, and holiday treats, as well as additional activities that you can do while you are there at the park. So for the entrance, you have, this is what SeaWorld looks like, and this is what Six Flags looks like. Now, as you can see, apparently at Halloween, SeaWorld, they had nothing really. It was nothing for SeaWorld for the Halloween decorations. But this year they have a big wreath that is up at the entrance, and it is all in the colors of different shades of blue, which is very good because of the sea. So they are celebrating the sea, and they have all the different shades of blue, but they make it Christmas, and it is so pretty. And then you also have for Six Flags here, their entrance here has these little tiny Christmas trees, which I think they remind me of those little tiny cakes that you can get in the little box, which don't tell anybody. But Mrs. Claus loves those cakes. They are so tasty. So don't tell anybody because Mrs. Claus, she bakes all of the treats in the North Pole. She bakes them all for the elves and bakes them for all of the different reindeer that we have. Mrs. Claus bakes all of the cookies and all of the treats. But every now and then, Mrs. Claus likes to get those little cakes. So it does remind me of that. So both SeaWorld and Six Flags, they both get a point because both of the entrances are lovely. Now when it comes for the decorations, Mrs. Claus walked into SeaWorld and there wasn't anything really there. There was nothing. Nothing at all. You had to go so much more into the park before you actually got to start to see. Now, once you got into the park and you were farther into the park, you saw the Gingerbread City, which was nice. It has some nice things, but I like the cloth kind of gingerbread houses, which were not as nice. They were so nice, but then you go into this one area with the snowmen. I did love the snowmen. They were so cute. The snowmen were so nice. So Mrs. Claus did like the snowmen there. But there really wasn't a whole lot of decorations. Where Six Flags. You walk into Six Flags and you have decorations right there. And they're all over the place. Whereas at SeaWorld, you walk in and you're like, where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? But at SeaWorld, boom! It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. And it was so wonderful that you got to see. There were so many big Christmas trees, and each area of the park has its own theme that it has. And so you have the German area, and in the German area they have the ice, and they have the abominable snowman, and they have the little penguins and the snowmen that are so cute that Mrs. Claus loves so much. And then in the Crack Axle area you have another big Christmas tree and all of your natural old-time decorations. And then there's the 50s area of Rockville, and they have all of the antique looking decorations and another ginormous Christmas tree that is so big. It's such a big Christmas tree that they have there. But Mrs. Claus's favorite area of the whole park is called the Texas State Square area of the park, and it is right towards the entrance of the park, right after the Mexico area. And that area looks like Toyland. It reminds me so much of being back at the North Pole. Mrs. Claus loves this so much. There is a big Christmas tree, and there are toys and trains and teddy bears, and I just love it so much. And it reminds me so much of being at home, and it has the big Christmas tree, and it has the ballerinas, and it is so beautiful. So because of that, for decorations, the point goes to Six Flags, because they have such wonderful decorations that are just so beautiful. Now, when it comes to lights, SeaWorld has so many lights all over, and everything is decorated for the lights, and they have the trees that are wrapped up in lights, and it is just so dazzling, and the park sparkles in the evening, and it is just so beautiful. And they have all the different colors all over throughout the park. Now, Six Flags, they also have a lot of lights, and it is so colorful everywhere you go, and each section has its own theme for the color, where the Mexico area is so colorful and vibrant and has everything, and then you have the blues and the purples over in the German area, and then you have all the white beautiful classic lights that you have over in the Crack Axle Canyon area, and it is just so beautiful. Mrs. Claus loves both of the lights, so both parks get a point. SeaWorld and Six Flags gets a point. Now, for the shows, at SeaWorld, they have some of the most adorable shows. So they have a show which has the sea lions. They have Clyde and they have Seymour. And they are waiting for my husband, Santa Claus, to come and visit them. And they want to get ready. And so they have different tasks that they have to do. And they do different tricks, and they are so cute. And then there's also the telling of the nativity, which Mrs. Claus loves the story about the little baby Jesus that has come, and he has his birthday on the Christmas day. And this story, though, is told through the eyes of the animals. So the animals tell you the story of the nativity, and it is so cute. And at the end, they do have live animals that come out and see you, and it is so nice. So because of that, SeaWorld is going to get the point, because the shows are so cute. Now, though, at Six Flags has like 14 different shows. They have trees that sing. They have fountains that dance with the lights and the music. And then they also have ballerinas and toy soldiers that pirouette and tap dance. And then they have the Looney Tunes characters as they sing and they dance as they prepare for Christmas Eve, so they can be visited by my husband, Santa Claus. And he's gonna come and see them, and they are so excited to see my husband. And then also, they have the Charles Dickens Christmas Carol that you can go see. And at the Christmas Carol, it is a musical. Now, the Christmas Carol is Mrs. Claus's favorite Christmas story. Mrs. Claus loves that story so much, and she tells it to all of the little elves every Christmas Eve. They all come in a circle, and Mrs. Claus tells them the story of a Christmas Carol. And so Mrs. Claus loves this story so much. And then also there are carolers that you can see throughout the park, where they can go, and the carolers stand over by the Christmas trees and they sing the songs for you, and it is so pretty, and their voices are so nice. But the best show at Six Flags is the Majesty of Christmas. The Majesty of Christmas is the story of the Nativity. Now, this is a traditional telling of the Nativity, but the voices are so nice and so beautiful. And so because of this, because of the wonderful shows at Six Flags, and because they have so many different shows that you can go see, you can't even see all the shows in one day. You got to go 2 days so that you can go. So because you have to go 2 days to see it, Six Flags gets 2 points. Now, for the characters that are at the parks at SeaWorld, they have of course they have my husband who comes. Now for SeaWorld, they have him in the cowboy area. So my husband, he made a special cowboy Santa hat, because when my husband is here in Texas, he likes to pretend that he is a cowboy. Santa Claus, no cowboy. Not a cowboy, but he likes to pretend he's a cowboy. So he puts on the cowboy hat, and he has a little Santa hat to go with it. One of the elves made it for him for Christmas one year, so he likes to wear it while he is here in San Antonio. And it is one of his favorite hats that he has. And so my husband is there at SeaWorld. But you also have Rudolph and his friends. Mrs. Claus remembers Rudolph so fondly. I remember when Rudolph was just a little baby, and he wasn't even able to fly yet, but he still wanted to be one of Santa's reindeer. And I always loved him. But you know, the reindeers were not so nice to him. They were not so nice to him when he was little. And so he kind of ran away for a little bit. But when he came back, of course, he saved Christmas, and he was able to help Santa guide his sleigh through the fog. So now Rudolph is a part of the sleigh. Every single year he is there. And now you can go and you can actually meet him over at SeaWorld. They have him there. And they also have the little baby shark. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Which of course is not for Christmas, but it is still fun to go see. Now, for Six Flags has at these houses over in the Rockville area, and the houses are decorated for Christmas. Each one is decorated for Christmas, and you can go there, and there is a snowman, and there are gingerbread men that you can go and see, and so you can see all these different characters. And then of course you can see the Looney Tunes characters as well, and the Looney Tunes characters have the Christmas outfits or the Christmas pajamas on, the Christmas sweaters, and they are so cute. And of course my husband is there also. So how is he in both places? Christmas magic. That's how. So my husband is able to visit both places at the same time because of Christmas magic. And that is how Christmas magic works. Christmas magic, you don't know how it works. It's just magic. And so he is there. And so Santa does enjoy being there. And they gave him his own little house. So he has his own little cottage that you can go to. And you can get your picture taken with my husband. So because of this, SeaWorld gets a point and Six Flags gets a point. Because both of the characters there are so nice. Now, when it comes to the holiday treats, which of course Mrs. Claus knows all about the holiday treats, you have SeaWorld. SeaWorld has so many different treats that you can go and get. They even have a special lanyard that you can buy. So you can get like 10 different treats that you can try with that lanyard. And that is so good that you can go, and they have the churros, which Mrs. Claus loves churros. Churros are so good. So you can get the churros, and they have the Nutella that you can dip it in, and they are so tasty. And then also, Six Flags has lots of treats. They have both, you wear the sweet treats, so you have special funnel cakes that you can get. And they had the s'mores, so you can make the s'mores, which, oh, Mrs. Claus loves s'mores. They're so good. With the graham crackers and the marshmallow. Oh, but they get a little messy. Mrs. Claus makes a little bit of a mess sometimes with the s'mores. But they also have your savory options as well. So you can go and you can get a chili in a bowl, or you can get special turkey leg with stuffing. So because of this, which one does Mrs. Claus think is better? Both, of course. So again, Mrs. Claus cannot decide. So you have SeaWorld and you have Six Flags. You both get a point for your holiday treats. Now, when it comes to additional activities, SeaWorld has a Christmas parade that you can go see. And this Christmas parade is themed around all of the sea animals that you can see. They have the jellyfish, and they also have some penguins that you can see. The penguins are dancing around, and it is such a nice little parade. Mrs. Claus loves a good parade, and this is nice. It is all lit up at night, and it is so nice. So because of that, SeaWorld is going to get a point for the parade because it is such a nice parade. However, Six Flags, they also have, now I mentioned the s'mores that you can get, but they don't just hand you a s'more and say, here, enjoy the s'more. No, you get to make the s'more. So you get to roast your own marshmallows, which is so nice to do and so fun to do, is to roast your own marshmallows. So you can either have it nice and lightly toasted or burnt. I like them burnt. I like a burnt marshmallow. It's so tasty. Yum. So you get the s'more, and you get the chocolate, and you get the graham cracker. So that's an activity that you can do. And then they also have a wand, a magic wand that you can do, and it bubbles up and it plays music. But there are different areas throughout the park that you can go, and you press that button and magic happens. So you can create your own magic with this wand while you are in SeaWorld, Six Flags. While you are at Six Flags, you can go and create your own magic while you are in Six Flags. And they also have a Christmas train that you can ride. And the Christmas train has garland and lights, and they play Christmas music for you while you are on the train. And as you go through the park, you get to see all of the lights that are throughout the park. But they also have Christmas decorations that you can see, Christmas displays that you could only see when you are on the train. So you want to make sure that you go on the train and that you ride the train at nighttime so you can see all of the different Christmas displays. So because of this, and Mrs. Claus loves riding on the Christmas train. So even though SeaWorld got 1 point, Six Flags, you get 2 points for this. Which then brings us to the conclusion of the scoring. So our total that we have SeaWorld has 6 points, but Six Flags has 9 points. So Six Flags is the winner. So which park is better for Christmas? Six Flags is better to go to for Christmas. Now, of course, that is only the opinion of Amber Key. Amber Key feels that is the best. So definitely make sure you go and try out both parks and see which park you think is better. However, if you only have time to see one park, according to this video, Six Flags is the park to go to because it is so much fun and they have so many different shows and so much wonderful decorations. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe because Amber Key needs all of the subscriptions that she can get so she can become a nice big YouTube channel, because that is her biggest wish for Christmas. Her Christmas wish to my husband was that she would get many more subscribers on her channel. So that is why I am here. Yeah, I am here to help her to get her Christmas wish. And also, you remember that if you are looking to travel to San Antonio or any other destination, Amber Key is also a travel agent, so she can help you. And so remember that Amber Key, she is the key to your best vacation. And Merry Christmas.